Hey, what's up? It's Jack, and today I'm going to talk about my how I got into cubing, pretty much. Since this is like a very, I guess, in-depth video about myself, and I want to make sure I get out, the meat of what I want to say, I decided to script it for once, even though I don't usually do that. So, hope you enjoy this video. So, what I'm about to tell you is a true story of how I got into cubing. Not many people know this, but I was actually born in Antarctica during the invention of this cube. Yeah, it's not really common knowledge, but this cube was invented in like 13,000 BC. So, yeah, I was a muscular child. I still am now, but I kind of hide it to stay humble, and I mostly enjoyed my own company. You wouldn't believe it, but my first hobby was actually golf, just like Felix. You know that the long club thing that you use to beat up balls in the holes. It sounded more violent than I thought it would. I even tried out for the national squad. And I would have made it if it weren't for Karen. Bloody Karen. SMH. She accidentally broke my automaton just before I was about to compete, and none of the judges believed me. As if I'd ever touch your automaton, you meanie, she said. I was devastated. I remember that night clearly, lying in bed with my Teletubbies bedsheets, thinking I'll never be able to show my knee in public again. SMH. Bloody Karen. And then from the corner of my room, something sparkled. At first I couldn't see it because it was covered by my collection of potatoes. Gotta have those in handy, especially in these times. It's good for nutrition or something. But then I looked closer, a Rubik's Cube. My uncle had given it to me years ago on Valentine's Day. He was a funny guy, Uncle Bob. He'd been a professional lawnmower his whole life, but got fired for supposedly being too good at his job. Professional lawnmower, Uncle Bob. You're the best. But I'll never forget what he told me that day. He said, if your parachute doesn't deploy, don't worry, you have the rest of your life to fix it. I didn't get it at the time, and actually I still don't. And the sad thing is he passed away 333 days later, so the cube was the early memory I had of him. And it was in that moment, alone in my bedroom, that I decided I was going to become the best cuber in Antarctica. Better than the 10 million penguins that live there. They have like a massive army of cubing penguin soldiers, but I wanted to become better than all of them, because that's how Jack Kai rolls. Of course, I had no idea how to solve the thing, and keep in mind that Steve Jobs hadn't invented YouTube yet, so I turned to the only place I could, my school's internet chat rooms. Can anyone help me solve the Rubik's Cube? I typed and waited, and waited. 12 light years passed, and still no one replied, until one fateful day. There it was, a message from XX_SkeveLord69. He introduced me to the concept of CFOP, although instead of calling it a cross, he uses, say make it a duck instead. So, if you were to make a cross, for instance, as you can see, if you look very closely, you can see that's the duck's head, and these are the two arms, because ducks have arms, if you didn't already know. If you poke a duck 3 times, legend says, it's not even legend, it's like fact, I've tested it out myself. Like, a hand just pops out of its wings and it can like grab hold of things. It's pretty cool. Ducks are actually monkeys in disguise. And that's its tail, so it's clearly a duck. But only people with over 169 IQ can see this, so if you can't, then you gotta be smarter. I'm sorry, you can't cube unless you have 200 IQ. Or 169. 169 IQ is their minimum. Go figure. I still remember my first solve, which happened in my toilet room. Took 420 minutes, but I didn't care. I solved it, and I kept doing it over and over and over again. I cubed on a helicopter. I cubed during our family vacation to Cairo, Egypt. That's where I learned how to solve the pyramids, by the way. It's good to immerse yourself in those, like, different places with the kind of, like, shapes that you're looking for. So, be sure to do that if you want to become as fast as myself. I even cubed when I was in the hospital with the Black Plague. And every time I hit a milestone, I'd get back on the chat room and share my success with XX_SkeveLord69XX. It wasn't long before I hit sub 1 minute, and sub 30 seconds, sub 20. And slowly, the school and my neighborhood started to notice. I even made it to the front page of the Daily Dumbbell. And then XX_SkeveLord69_XX recommended that I try competing in an official WCA competition. I thought he was joking, but he was as serious as a turtle swimming underwater somewhere. It's Antarctica slang. And so I attended my first comp, Cubist Fest 2009. So I actually started at the same time as Felix Zemdegs. I couldn't believe what I saw. Cubers everywhere turning puzzles of all kinds, including the pyramids. Hadn't seen that since I was in Cairo. I even met Jade McNeil. Well, I met his mum. I don't know why she was in Antarctica, but probably wanted to meet some dank penguin soldiers. And she secretly gave me his water bottle. Good times. And even though the pressure was high, I was on fire, which is a pretty big deal because, you know, it's kind of hard to make fires in Antarctica because it's really cold there. I made it through to the second round for 3x3, and then into the finals. It was also one of the only comps I've been to with prize money as well. They had $490,194 for the winner. Some special meaning behind those numbers. Only Antarcticans can understand. Comment below if you know the meaning of this number. But yeah, Worlds, like, step up your game, man. Like, not even remotely close to that prize money amount, SMH. And in the final round of the competition, I choked. Choked like a professional rice farmer trying to perform a double backflip. I was humiliated. Felt like golf all over again. I ran home, threw my cube in the trash, and didn't go out for the next 3 milliseconds. Spent a lot of time contemplating my life in those 3 milliseconds. A lot of time if you put things into perspective. And then my computer lit up. It was XX_Skewb Lord69_XX. He wrote, "Are you gonna do this every time you get knocked down? Crawl into a hole just like Justin Bieber did?" Then out of the blue, he quoted these lyrics from my favorite song. "Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me." And instantly I knew, if I was going to be the best cuber in Antarctica, better than the 10 million penguin soldier army, I had to fight for it. I typed a reply, "Merci, can I meet you in person? School gym, 3 p.m. tomorrow." I will be the one holding Jaden McNeil's water bottle. I waited all afternoon in the school gym, but no one showed up. And then just as I was about to leave, suddenly I heard a raspy voice behind me. "You still got that cube?" Eyes wide, I turned around slowly, and you'd never believe who I saw. And that's the story of how I got into cubing. So I guess overall, please unsubscribe to my newsletter. Probably don't even need to get coached by me. Just get in a cheeky school chat room and consult with your boy ScewbLord69. And then you'll become as epic as me. That's about it. See ya.